Is there a limit in what you share?
Of course. I don't really want to get into my personal life too much
Right.
when it comes to like who I'm dating, because it just doesn't feel permanent. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I'm dating, I'm not dating anybody right now, but when I am, it just doesn't feel permanent. I don't feel that I have a man that like is gonna stay in my life or who's
Right.
gonna rock with me even when it's hard or when it's bad, or who's gonna stick out the hard times, or you're feeling a little less bubbly for me this week and now I'm feeling insecure. Work through that shit. Figure it out.
Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. Today's guest, I'm really blessed. She is a rapper, a musician, a fashion icon, an influencer. She's also a fitness expert, Cristina Mackey.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm so honored to have you here.
Oh, I'm really honored to be here.
How are you today?
I feel great. I honestly woke up today in the best spirits. So I feel really happy to be here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I was telling earlier that, to prepare for this, learning about you a little bit more, doing some research, and I was playing some of your songs.
I love that.
And I love that. I love that how you are someone that wasn't afraid to try anything.
Yeah.
You know, you've
Yeah.
touched all of the points of entertainment. I think it's incredible.
Thank you so much. And I'm still doing that, and I love that you said that, because I think my music, you can see that I'm trying. Like it's like rap, and then it's R&B, and then it's pop, and then it's
Yes.
like really sad, like, you know, so you can see that, okay, this is something that's just trying to figure it out.
You're experimenting, you're
Yeah.
exploring.
I'm just trial and error.
That's life.
Yeah,
You know,
it really
trying to
is.
figure out exactly where we are, who we are,
Yeah.
what we're doing here, what our purpose is.
Exactly.
What's your purpose, Cristina Mackey? What are you here for?
I feel I'm here I used to say to help women, but I don't think that's the case anymore. After I started making videos and kind of just doing motivational speaking, giving,
Yeah.
I'll go somewhere and do a lecture or something. Once I started doing that, I felt like my message was just to kind of remind people of their power. By me learning mine, I can help you remember yours, because I think everybody is significant. I think everybody has a purpose, and I think anybody can achieve anything. If someone else did it, you can do it. And I think people forget that, or they think it's out of reach. So I kind of just try to remind people, like, it's yours too. You can have it just like they have it.
Why do you think that is?
That they forget?
Yeah. That they think it's out of reach, that's not for them, unattainable, I'm not worthy.
It's their own mind, their own lack of belief.
Yeah.
Because it's nobody that is living that can't execute something. But the minute that you get in your head, and then, it's kind of like being in the gym. This is my favorite way to kind of reference it. Is like when you're in the gym, everybody gets to that rep that it just hurts.
Yep.
It really hurts, and you're just like, okay, this is enough. But if you would have kept going, that would have been the set that caused your muscles to develop in a
Yep.
different way. But everybody stops at that point. Or I remember I was training a friend. It was actually episode 6 of my YouTube series. I'm training a friend, and she's like, I can't do it. So I'm like, okay, it's fine. I'll lower the weight. She's looking forward. I never lowered the weight. I just pulled it out and put it back in, and then she did the weight. And that's actually happened to me several times coaching women. It's just like, you think you can't do something because you're going to the gym doing 20s, 10s, and 15s.
Yeah.
But the minute that you decide you can do 108, 115, whatever, you do it. You just push through it and do it. So it's really just your own roadblock that you've created for yourself, and you believe it.
They say that once you've reached that limit of like, no, I'm stopping, I'm quitting, that's just 40%.
Yeah.
You have another 60 to go.
Yep.
So once you break through that barrier.
It's almost easy.
Yes.
Once you break through it, it's almost easy. I ran a half a marathon. I never trained for a half a marathon. I ran a half a marathon and came in second place.
Wow.
Incredible. I finished an
Congrats.
exact, thank you so much. It's one of my biggest achievements to this day. I have a recording studio in my house, and I have the little trophy thing sitting there. It's silly, it's small.
Yeah.
And it was a half a marathon.
But it's not silly.
It's
because
not.
it means something to you.
Yeah. And it really, really does, because I finished in exactly 2 hours. And what that says to me is
You're fast.
At no point, no, not even, because that's pretty slow. Or it was either exactly 2 hours or exactly 2:22. It was one of those two.
Okay.
I don't remember, but I just remember the dot. And it was so special to me because it showed me that at no point throughout that race did I slow down or speed up. I went my pace, meaning each mile was almost identical to the last. For 12 miles straight,
That's incredible.
I did the same thing.
Do you run
No,
at all? Like
no.
at the gym, treadmill, nothing?
not until then. Not until that. Yeah, I was
Wow.
dating a guy and I was like, how can I show up for you? And he was like, I'm running a marathon. And I was like, I want to, you show up for me in so many different ways. I want to show up for you in your world.
That's really
And
nice.
yeah, and he was like, oh, I'm running a half a marathon. He's like, you can do it if you want. You don't have to do the whole thing. Immediately putting disbelief in my head. And not intentionally, just saying
Right.
like, hey.
Trying to give you an out.
Yeah. And so I was like, I got it. Let's do it. Whatever. And he's like, okay. So I ran with him one day before and it kicked my butt. It was like 4 miles. And I was like, shut up. Stop telling me to keep going. I was dying. And then the day of the race, I woke up and in my head, I told myself I was going to finish, period. And that's what I did.
That's what, 13 miles? 13.5 or 12.5?
Yep.
Something
I think
like that?
12.5 or 13.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a great feeling. And it's just rewarding that, because your whole body, it's sending you tricks throughout. And this isn't just for fitness, this is for anything in life. It's sending you tricks to make you believe you can't do it.
Right.
Because that's protecting you from discomfort. It's fight or flight. Your body is wired to protect you from pain or anything that's stress causing. So, you know, your body will send an itch to your leg. You think you got to stop to scratch your leg.
Right.
Or like, oh, your ankles are hurting, but they're not really hurting. They're just being used right now. So throughout that whole race, until I got to about the 6th mile, I was thinking of every reason to stop. You're asthmatic. You don't have to do this. This isn't your job. Like, why are you choosing to hurt your knees right now? It was just on and on. And then
How the mind fucks with you over and over.
yeah. And then I just decided that, hey, I'm halfway done. So if I quit now, I'm a loser. And I just kept going.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Who were your mentors growing up?
I'd say my grandmother. Easy call. She just turned 96 last month.
Wow.
Yeah. And she looks great. So
That's incredible.
she's a Virgo. She's awesome. But she worked until she was 80, maybe 78, something
Wow.
like that. She worked the whole time. She was like, why would I stop working? Well, what's the point? And I was like, well, aren't you just tired of working? She said, no, I'm not tired. I'm alive and I want to use my body. And I don't know, that really stuck with me. So I'd say her and my mother. My mother never gave up either.
It's powerful.
Yeah. It wasn't like a celebrity. Of course, you idolize somebody like Beyonce. And,
Right.
you know, you want to be in those shoes. But reality, it was just 2 women raised me and they did great.
Are you a only child?
No. I'm the youngest, though, of the people I grew up with, of the siblings I grew up with. I'm the youngest of my mother's children. My father has 2 other children outside of my mom. And I'm the youngest, so.
How was that for you growing up? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah, born and raised.
Denver.
Aurora. Yeah, so Denver, but Aurora.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Honestly, I always, you know, like, I think people expect you to, like, tell them this really hard, struggleless story, even though we were struggling.
Right.
That wasn't what I seen. You know, my mother did a great job of making sure we had food and clothes and that we were protected.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know we were in the hood and I know there was, like, a struggle, but I just can't sit here and be like, my childhood was terrible. The part that was hard for me was I was the only girl and I was the youngest, so I didn't have a friend. And that is showing up in my life every single day because I love to be alone. And it's problematic because you need a team.
Right.
You need a partner.
Yeah.
But I love me time. I love to be alone. So it wasn't this tough, hard life. I can't say that. And I saw my mother crying and I saw, you know, lights being off and things like that happening, but it never resonated to me as struggle. It just was like life. And I think I've always just been very mature. I have a video of my grandma telling me, like, at 11, she's like, it's just so weird how you're so aware of everything that's happening. And I had no idea what she was talking about. She's just ranting in this video. And I'm like trying to like fix my hair and be cute. And she's like, it's just so weird how you're so aware and so alert and content and calm. And she's like, you know, you have a bad attitude sometimes and da-da-da, but you're going to be okay. And I just always remember and receiving that. And I just felt like that's just been my reality.
Why do you think you have that gift?
I'm the youngest. So I watched a lot of fuck ups.
What not to do?
Yeah. And so like all of my siblings, even my youngest siblings on my father's side, all of my siblings have children. And they're all struggling. And that hurts, you know, to say. They wouldn't want to hear that back.
Right.
But when you put it on paper, shit's not easy, you know? And so it's like, of course I want to be a mother and I want to be a partner, but I'm not married. I don't have a unionship. And I'm also not well off to the point where my kid can go do activities and live a great life. So it just doesn't make sense to me to have children. So I think to answer your question is just when you're the youngest, you do see, it's almost like being an ant in a room full of like spiders. Yeah. You're like looking around and everybody's fucking up. And, you know, not even just fucking up because that sounds wrong. So I don't want to sound like
They're living.
They're living,
yeah.
But you're seeing the problems in that.
You're learning from their mistakes.
Yeah. So I think I just really do.
Which is wise.
Yeah. I just really sit back and I'm like, where did my mom struggle? Where did my dad struggle? Where did my brother struggle? And it just goes on, you know? And their wins count for something too. I don't want to sit here and only have, you know, that matters too. But you see that and you're like, oh, he won this way. Okay, let me try this. So, yeah.
What does me time look like for you?
Okay, so 2-part answer. My studio. I love to record. And then
you're in there by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody's allowed in my studio.
Okay. Not even a producer or
no. And if I have a producer with me, I'm in his studio.
Got it.
Never my studio. My studio is my studio. It smells like me. It looks like me. It feels like me. It's colorful. It's bright.
And you know how to use all the equipment?
Everything. I'm an engineer, producer. I'm a writer. Yeah, I can
incredible.
make an album from scratch right now. Does that mean it's going to be great? No, but I know how to produce the record.
Right.
I can engineer the record and I can mix the record. So,
don't count yourself out.
No, but I will, you know.
I get what you're saying. Yes.
Humbly, I do need to say, like, my producer who actually produces for me, he's the shit. Shout out to Yo Manny. He's so good. He's musically gifted beyond belief, but I'm able to produce now. So I can make a beat and I can just enjoy my time. So me time looks like me in the studio and maybe reading a book or honestly just me under my covers. Like it's just me, you know, whatever that may be. It's
recharging.
Just recharging. Yeah. And I do that a lot more than you need. It's mostly me time. I live in a Christina bubble, honestly.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not. It's healthy. I work out every day. I'm on day 20 after I leave here. We're going to have some lunch. We have an errand to run, and then I'm going to the gym. So.
Yeah, same. I'll be there tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I love going at night.
Me too.
For some reason.
It's a little bit more clear.
Yeah.
Less people are in there, and then honestly, it's just nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get home, eat, shower, go right to sleep.
Yeah. That's the best way to go to sleep, is after the gym. Very good.
Would you say music is your first passion?
No.
No?
No.
What's your first passion?
Fashion.
Fashion.
Yeah. Bratz. I'm a Bratz doll girl. I grew up, and the slogan for Bratz doll is passion for fashion. And that was written on every binder. The teacher would mark me 5 points down because I wrote it on the paper. If I finished the test early, I'd be like, passion for fashion. And try to copy she's like, stop doodling, do the damn test. So, yeah, fashion.
Where do you think your style comes from? Because you have an incredible sense of fashion. You really do. Like, seriously, going through your Instagram, it's like, wow. Like, every outfit you have on is better than the next one.
Oh, I agree with that. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I'm leveling up as I'm going. So I really receive that. My inspiration comes from, honestly, trial and error.
Yeah.
I'm not scared to embarrass myself, but I also know what is not my style. I think it's very important. You might not know exactly what your style is,
Right.
but when you know what's not your style, it's easier to move around. You
Yeah.
know, I know that I don't want to walk out in a bikini top and like whatever, and that might be hot with something, I don't know, but I know that's not how I'm dressing today on the podcast, you know?
Right.
So really just being a grown woman at the same time, being reasonable, because I like to, once I wear it, it's done for me. I'm not really like a multiple wearer, unless it's like a pair of jeans that you can mesh well with multiple things.
Right.
So to make a long story short.
So this outfit here will never be worn again.
No. Especially now I showed up to.
That's
out
incredible.
Of the system. No way. No way. This is history now. This is
That's
history.
incredible.
But it's gorgeous and like.
It really is.
Thank you so much.
It's a great color on you.
Thank you. Yeah, purple's been my color this week. So that's another thing that'll inspire me to get dressed is like, what have you been doing this week? What colors
Right.
have you been wearing? So that my aesthetic on my gram can kind of go together. I was wearing pinks and purples. So I'm like, let's just stay there. My nails are plum right now. So let's stay there. And yeah, but to answer your question, what inspires my fashion is just trial and error. Yeah.
Can you see yourself being part of like New York Fashion Week, having your line over
Are you
there?
kidding me?
Paris Fashion Week.
Is water wet? Of course. Yes. No, shout out to my stylist, Kaylin. She doesn't style me all the time, but we've done a couple looks together.
Yeah.
She's incredible. I think in the future, when I see myself doing movies and premieres and stuff, I see Kaylin on my team. She's an incredible stylist from New York, and she's fierce. She's very fierce in her own fashion and in how she styles her clients.
Yeah.
So she's an inspiration to me for sure. And then, yeah.
I can see you doing that.
Oh, she took me not this past year that just passed a couple days ago, but the year before, she took me to a couple shows, and I was like, and a couple of the fashion designers were like, hey, do you want to walk tomorrow? And I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely
Why not?
Because that is something that I would have prepared for. I'm a Virgo, so again, I can't just.
Got it.
You can throw me in the fire, but if I feel like I'm gonna burn, I'm not jumping in.
Okay.
So, but next year, I plan to be on the runway for sure.
Yeah.
And especially for swim week in Miami, I'm here, so it's like somebody call me about Miami swim week.
Are you in Miami officially now?
Full time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were in Atlanta for a while also, right?
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
I lived in Atlanta. But I lived in Atlanta quite a few years ago. I lived in Atlanta for 2 years, and then I moved to LA for 2 years. So it's been about 4 years since I've been in Atlanta. I graduated college from Long Beach. So I was in Long Beach for 2 years.
What do you prefer, LA or Atlanta?
LA.
Yeah.
And then Miami over everything.
I agree.
Yeah. Miami versus everyone. It's so good here.
The energy's down here.
Oh.
It's like it left New York, it left LA, and
It
it's just
came here.
meshing down here.
Yeah, and they're all moving here from the places you just named.
Yes.
And the thing about it is, Miami, when you're not living here, you think it's this party city where like hoes are and it's like boats and hoes. You know, I'm just being honest. Like
Yes.
that's kind of the idea we all had.
Right.
And I was like, I'd never raise a family in Miami. My daughter is destined for doom. Like, no, that is so
It is such a
wrong.
hustle.
It's such a hustle, and it's
Yes.
such a empowering environment.
Yeah.
Just to see all the cars and the condos, and there's no place like Miami.
So I'll be real, I agree with you. It's not for everybody.
No.
For some people, it can be toxic.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're seeing all that. It's that competition. It's that like, who's got the better car? Who's
Yeah.
got the better watch? You know? And you can get lost in that.
I agree.
But I love it.
I do too.
I
And
wouldn't
I
have
think
it any
that's a
other
lack
way.
of control too.
Yes.
Those people, they don't have control, and they don't deserve to live in places like this because you have to have control here. You have to. You can absolutely get lost in the boats and the parties and
Yes.
the drinking because it's here.
Oh, it's
24
easy.
hours.
It's pleasure, pleasure, pleasure.
Yeah, and you can go any time of the day to
Right.
get that. Like it's not like LA where it's like, oh, these are the hours. No, we're around the clock with it.
24/7.
But if
On
you
the
walk
river.
into the
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born, a place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
The fitness side of it and the wellness side of it, success. For sure. You're destined for success.
Yes, because here everybody has to look good.
Yeah, you have to.
It's not even a want.
Yeah.
You have to.
No, you have to. You don't blend in if you don't.
No.
Yeah. And it's not just like a natural beauty thing. It's really health and wellness. Like you have to, it's a cleanliness about you.
People
It's an
won't
aura.
take you seriously.
At
They won't
all.
respect you.
This is the whole practice of my brand is like, people are like, oh, you're so vain or you're so, it's always that. But it's like, if you guys understood that your body and your face was your business card, you would invest in all the same things that I'm doing.
And your temple.
And most importantly, it's the vehicle God
Yes.
gave you. So you just, it's like you take care of your car, but you don't take care of your body.
Right.
The car is replaceable. Your body's done when it's done.
Yes.
You know?
Do you know how many guys I know that will kill you if you put the wrong oil in their car?
Yeah.
But they'll put crap in their body.
Yeah. And they like snort coke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All day.
In Miami, I've seen some crazy things. I'm like, they're like, oh, he's a billionaire, but his habits, fitness, I'm like, it doesn't make sense. You know, it's not, it shows that your mind's kind of not in the right place.
Yeah.
And that's not something I always knew. So, you know, people will judge you for things that you didn't know at the time. But as I grew older and just in my studies, I always like to say in my studies, but I learned that when you value yourself, it's like you can see it. You can
Yes.
feel the aura. You can see the aura.
Oh, yeah.
It's undeniable.
Your energy's 100.
Yeah. So you can have 100 million in the account, but I can visibly see you don't value yourself. And now
Right.
I can't take you serious. So.
To your point, there's a lot of smart broke people.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot.
Yeah.
Because you don't, especially in America, you don't have to be that smart to be rich.
No.
You need a good opportunity. You got to be ballsy.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take a risk, invest, and you can be rich.
Absolutely. And vice versa. There's a lot of rich, stupid people.
Yes, plenty.
There's so many. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. You guys, they have no, if you've held a conversation with some of these people that have millions of dollars in the account, I'm like, where's the depth?
Yeah.
Where's the, you know, but it's, you didn't need it. They were just consistent. And they, you know, talent beats, or what is it? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. They stayed consistent. They posted every day for 6 years and now they're winning.
Right.
And you're a genius. Your IQ is incredible, but you're just not consistent.
Just can't figure it out.
Can't figure it out. You just don't understand the power of consistency, discipline. Yeah, I agree.
What made you so disciplined?
I just don't want to be a failure. That's it.
What does failure mean to you? What does that mean?
Being
Not to be a
undisciplined.
failure.
Being undisciplined. You're a failure when you say you want to do something and you don't follow through, when you're not a person of your word.
Okay.
People always say a man of your word, but a person of your word. You're a failure. You do not stick to what you say you're going to do. Your body doesn't trust you.
Got
Your
it.
mind doesn't trust you.
I agree 100%. I see how you see failure.
Yeah.
What do you consider, like, do you consider making a mistake a failure?
No.
Okay.
No, I do that all the time.
Got it.
In dating, in
Life?
life.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. I think resilience is the thin line between that.
Right.
When you're
How you
winning,
get back up.
Exactly. What do you do with the rebound? When you get the ball back, did you push it, you know, or did you just dribble? Like, I don't want to dribble anymore. I'm shooting shots because that's the only way I'm going to know that, okay, that shot that wasn't it. So stand a little closer. Tilt my arms back, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Figuratively speaking, obviously, but No, I think if you're resilient, you're not a failure, period.
I agree. I like that definition of failure.
Thank you.
Not standing by your word.
Yeah, you're a failure. Honestly, when I in my dating as well, when I'm talking to somebody and you tell me you're gonna do something for me and you don't, to me, I automatically look at you as a failure, not because you didn't do the thing and I really wanted the thing and I'm a brat,
Right.
but because why did you go out of your way to say that thing that I didn't ask for? 9 times out of 10, I didn't ask for it. But that's like you being like, hey, come to the podcast this day, and then we didn't do it. It's like, you're a failure. What? Push through that shit. Like, let's do it. But when you do that, it makes me value your word, because now it's like, oh, you're a person of your word. I don't have to worry about what you say. What Leo says goes because he follows through, you know?
100%.
So that to me, yeah, you're only a failure if you don't commit to what you said you're going to do. That's it. There's nothing else that would make you a failure. If you lost,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. But if you lost $100 million in your life, I don't think you're a failure.
Right.
Did you get up and keep going?
Did you learn your lesson? Right.
Yeah, what
That
did you
too.
get
Yes.
from that? What did you take from it? And now where's your resilience? Bounce back. It doesn't matter. Did you publicly embarrass yourself? Okay. Did you bounce back or did you crawl in a hole? You're a failure. That's it. There's no other definition to that, to me. But what about to you?
I had a different definition, but I think I'm going to take yours if you don't mind. So mine was that I don't see failure.
I love that.
That was my original definition. I
Yeah.
don't see failure. That failure is just a lesson that you have to learn,
Yeah.
right? I think it was, what's his name? Thomas Edison, who said, I've made 9,999 mistakes before I figure it out.
I love that. But that's resilience.
Yeah,
Because he could have stopped after 5 and been like, okay, this isn't working.
right,
But we know him for what he did, not what he didn't do.
right. And the way he saw it was that those just wasn't the answer.
Exactly. Okay, cool. I'm closer to the answer.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I think that's the same thing I'm saying.
Yes.
Basically. It's the same thing. You know, just adding different context. It's the same
Right.
thing. You know, keep going. That's the only definition of failure. You didn't keep going.
One of my favorite books is Napoleon Hill, 3 Feet from Gold.
I love Napoleon Hill, but I've never heard of that one.
I think you'd love it.
Wow.
It's a compilation of a bunch of stories of entrepreneurs who were 3 feet from gold, thought about quitting, didn't,
Yeah.
pushed through, and succeeded.
I love that.
And that's a story of them telling you to please continue, please push through.
Yeah.
I did X, Y, and Z. I was here. I almost quit. I didn't. It worked out. And it's story after story after story.
So it's a book of
entrepreneurs.
resilience.
Yes, exactly.
I love it, and I will grab it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it just shows you that it's not about speed. It's not about who's smarter. It's about who's consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on a journey right now trying to figure out how to dance.
Okay.
That wasn't God given to me. So, and it sucks because it is embarrassing. Like, you do got to post the journey. So I'm like, ugh, I did not kill that. I'm a Virgo. I know when I killed it. I know when I killed it. I know when I didn't.
Yes.
So I'm watching it and I'm like, oh my God. But then I'm like, it doesn't matter because this is where everybody started. And how dare me think I just deserve to come in and do perfect 8 count every time? How dare me?
Good for you.
That's so egocentric. Like,
Right. You're human.
I'm human,
Yes.
and I deserve to learn the process. And I think this is the beauty of it. I think this is where the value comes in, is when you stop and you keep going. When you stop trying to be egocentric is what I mean.
Yes.
And then you're just like, hey, I got to figure this thing out. So the only way I'm going to do that is doing it over and over and over again. Put your shots up. So yeah, just don't quit, whatever it is. And you don't have to just do one thing either. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in putting all your eggs in one basket and narrowing your focus. I don't believe in that. I believe, hey, if it works for you, it works. So.
I agree. I was watching this weekend a documentary. Do you know the wrestler Bill Goldberg?
No.
No? Very popular wrestler, early 2000s. He used to be a football player for the Atlanta Falcons.
Nice.
And injury, couldn't play anymore. And he was stuck in being a football player, stuck in that frame,
Yeah.
thinking that his life was over
Yeah.
until he discovered wrestling.
Yeah.
And he built an entire empire within wrestling that he had no idea that was waiting for him after football.
Right.
You know?
I think that's a big thing with all athletes because it's like, what do I do? I've been doing this since I was 5.
Yes.
You know, or I've
It's
been
my
doing this
dream,
since
my
10.
passion.
And I did it. And
Yeah.
then now my time's up. And so I always think about one specific person. I won't say his name, but I'm like, oh, this guy has made millions and millions of dollars in the league. And like his time is coming to an end. And
Yeah.
it's like, you can see the depression on him. Like you could see it showing up in the game. I watch basketball.
Oh, I was about to ask you,
Yeah.
which league?
Yeah, so basketball. So
Okay.
I'm like, you can see his game is just not the same as it used to be.
I think I know who you're talking about, but let's just keep going.
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
But he's incredible, and he's at one point he was the sauce.
Yeah.
And it's just like coming to an end, and I'm just like, you can see that this career is ending.
Yes.
And that he's giving up on himself. Instead of fighting until the very end, he's like not standing up to adversity. And it's scary, and it's the ant watching the spider is like, what do you learn from that? Because it's like, I don't think that enough people learn from everything they're seeing and viewing. Like I can
Right.
watch a movie right now that it's like a funny comedy, and I can learn a lesson from that movie. I'm like, what could I take from this? That's always my question. So in watching basketball, I'm like, he's giving up right now. He's giving up. He won't shoot the ball. He's giving up. What are you doing? But
Takes maturity, though.
Yes.
Takes maturity.
It takes maturity to be like,
Yes.
hey, fight through this or stop.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're going to stop, your life is not over because you're not doing the same thing.
Right.
Because, okay, so basketball is over. Let's
There's a
be
whole
great at
world
something
out
else.
there.
Oh
Yes.
my God, there's a whole world.
Go be an announcer.
You're in your
Go start a
20s.
YouTube channel.
Start your own league.
Yes.
Do something. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's
Ice Cube
possible.
did it, yeah?
Yeah. So it's like, I take a lesson from that. I'm like, girl, if this music thing doesn't work, it's gonna work. That's my one thing for me though. I don't
yeah.
believe everybody can embody my mindset because they simply just don't. It's not something I can teach you. I'm gonna tell you I believe in you and your podcast a million times, but until you do the work, it doesn't matter.
Correct.
So people are like, well, what if music doesn't work? I'm like, don't ever call my phone again. Because why would you even think
Right.
that?
Why would you want that? Why would you put that out there?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's not going to not work. It's me shooting my shot until you are like, oh, damn, she said she was going to do this.
Listening to your music, there is a space that you can fill that hasn't been around since the late 90s, early 2000s,
I love that.
which is that hip hop, R&B type of genre.
Yeah.
You know, that Keisha, that Destiny's Child, like that style of music that's been missing for such a long time that I
Yo.
feel like you embody.
If you love me, just say that.
I do.
I receive that. Oh my God, yes.
That's so needed.
I'll probably go make a song tonight.
Please do.
No, that feels great to hear. It really
Seriously, because I feel music it's very, how do I say this? Very produced.
does. Yeah.
You know, very like, how many likes can we get with this song?
Yeah.
Instead of actually producing good quality music.
Yeah.
And I feel like people like you are here to change that.
I love that. I receive that, and I pray that I can fulfill that. When I make music, I'm trying to be as genuine as possible.
Yeah.
But I have found myself in spaces like, okay, what are they doing right now? Like, what's the tempos? Like Googling the questions to try to, fill in what they're actually doing.
Right.
But I always fail. That's where failure is. Like, you're trying to do something also that's not for you to do.
Right,
You're
be
trying
you.
to be yourself.
Yeah.
And I just made a video on the way here. I put it on TikTok where I was like, I get sad, I get jealous, and I can watch all these videos of all these women talking about how they're so, you're so strong, and you're like the bad bitches that don't care about anything. Like, it's motivating in the moment, but at the end of the day, I still have to come home.
Do you think that's real?
Yes.
Or is it for IG?
No, I do think it's real.
Yeah.
I do think there are women that are nonchalant and they just care about one thing. I definitely do think that exists, 100%. To think it didn't would be crazy of me.
Right.
Because you see how they move. But like, I watch those videos because you can't help the scroll.
Mm-hmm.
So I see it and I'm like, you know what? Yes, I'm a boss. I got this. Da, da, da. And when I turn my phone off, I still have to come home here. It's like, how are you actually feeling? I'm hurting.
Yes.
I'm hurting and I'm sad and I'm jealous and I want to tell you how I feel, that's just who I am. So I realized I can't do that in my music. I can't be who those girls are. I can't be Lotto. She's fire. I can't be her. I can't be like, I can't make a rap like that. I can't try to do that. You know, I got to do what feels Christina, and that's it. And that's until, you know, they understand that and that clicks. You know, maybe that's not the sound y'all want right now, but I'm not going for the sound right now.
Yeah.
What's on my heart, put it in a song and let the universe do its work. And then keep building. From there, I have a, you know, one of my things I always tell my team is when we negotiate a record deal, back catalog is mine. I spent the hours in this room doing this all the time, dropping the
Yes.
songs. I drop on DistroKid.
Okay.
So it's an independent label or independent distributor. I don't have to call somebody and ask for permission. I wake up and I make a decision, and that feels really good. So I think in that, my back catalog is mine.
That's powerful.
That's,
Nobody owns you.
No, 100%. And it's released on my own record label. A lot of people don't know that. But when
Okay.
any song you seen me release in the last like 5 to 7 years, if you scroll to the bottom, the label, it says Mac Made Music. So I have my own record label that's registered properly and everything.
Oh, very cool.
So I own my music, but until, you know, I get a deal and they're like, hey, we're going to do this for you. So from this point on, this is what we're going to do. Fine. But my back catalog is mine because that's my heart. Like that's, you know,
Of course.
I wasn't bringing writers in the room or
Right.
not that I'm opposed to that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, do you, but yeah, so I think just being genuine, honestly, I have to do that for my music. And so what you're saying, it feels so good because those are the artists I grew up on, and that's the music I listen to this day. It's a 90s playlist. So yeah, it makes sense.
100%. Your energy matches that.
Thank you. Sprinkle.
Yeah. If you had to say, what's the toughest part about being an influencer?
I can't resonate with that.
Okay.
I don't think it's tough, honestly. I get to wake up and choose me. I think that's awesome.
That's
'Cause
awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
I could wake up and choose to argue with my boss all day. I don't have to do that. I get to wake up and work for me, and that to me is not a hard thing. I would say consistency, if you had to put a label on it,
Yeah.
consistency, that's hard
Yeah.
because you got to do it, you know? But I reached 25 million this month.
Wow.
Every day I posted for 42 days. And then I just broke it one day. I was like, I need a second. The numbers look cool, but I need a second. My head hurts. And I just didn't post that day. And then the next day I got right back on it. So for every day for 42 days, I posted 1 to 3 times a day.
How do you know what to post?
I don't.
You don't.
And I don't.
You don't schedule it out. You don't plan it out.
I do schedule it.
You do. Okay.
Yeah. So if I made 6 videos or something that day, I will schedule 3 of them,
Okay.
and then I'll keep 3 in
Yeah,
a
yeah,
folder.
yeah.
I am very folder oriented, so it's like Mac Made episodes, Mackie Body episodes,
Got it.
beauty, Fashion Nova. So I have it in a folder, and then I kind of can go through the folder and then be like, oh, post this today. I work with One Shot every day. One Shot is my photographer, and he will call me and be like, hey, let's do 6 looks today. And we will go somewhere and we will shoot 6 looks, and it'll look like 6 days. And then we will post it. And then as the weeks are passing, I'm wearing those same looks and then filling in the blanks. Does that make sense? So if we already shot this, okay, boom, the pictures are ready. Now we come to Leo's podcast and we do this, and then we add this in the scroll. But the looks are already there.
That's so smart.
Yeah, which also helps me to know what I'm wearing for the next month.
Okay.
So
Yes.
it's really a great thing, but you have to have somebody that's like down to work with you. And he's an incredible worker.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So when you're doing these 6 different looks, what are you changing on the fly?
Yeah, in the car. Some people have caught me. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just change in the car. And then he'll be like, okay, let's drive to the next location, whatever. He's held up a little jacket before and been like, switch your shirt, whatever. We just do what we can when we can. The social media is a key that people are not using enough to unlock doors. You wouldn't know who I am without social media.
100%.
It is what it is. Like
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in a time before that. And people are always
Right.
like, oh, I remember my mom having a conversation like, oh, you gotta do the Beyonce thing where she didn't talk. And I'm like, I'm not Beyonce. And my mom was like, you know what, you're right. And by the end of the conversation.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
Do the Beyonce thing where you don't respond to anything and you don't say, I was like, I'm not Beyonce. Love her to death.
Yeah.
Nobody comes above. But I'm Christina. Christina is gonna clap back. She's gonna respond. She's gonna show up. I want to be there. I want to be there for my life, and that looks like me speaking my mind.
Beyonce grew up in a completely different era.
Totally.
Yeah.
She didn't have to say anything about anything ever. There wasn't a platform to do that.
Right.
She had to just, maybe respond to a tabloid. That was so
MTV, BET, and that's it.
That's it. That's it. The music really carried them, and now the personality is carrying us. And I'm not gonna hide my personality or try to be something I'm not just to make people feel comfortable. I'm loud. I could be obnoxious. I'm funny. I'm quiet. I'm all these things, and I have to be them.
Yeah. Is there a limit in what you share?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't really want to get into my personal life too much
Right.
when it comes to like who I'm dating, because it just doesn't feel permanent.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. Like when I'm dating, I'm not dating anybody right now, but when I am, it just doesn't feel permanent. I don't feel that I have a man that like is gonna stay in my life or who's
Right.
gonna rock with me even when it's hard or when it's bad, or who's gonna stick out the hard times, or you're feeling a little less bubbly for me this week and now I'm feeling insecure. Like work through that shit. Figure it out. You might not like me this week, or my face might be breaking out and you might not like it. Get the fuck over it. But men these days don't do that.
Really?
No, they quit on you for the dumbest shit. Like, she's got acne, or she's this.
What?
I'm not saying this actually happened.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's so frivolous why men cop out.
It's so superficial.
They get turned off quickly, or God forbid you just I don't know, had something in your teeth, or
Right.
it's just so superficial. It's never like, hey, I'm gonna build a connection with this woman regardless. I haven't felt that. That's why I walked out of my last relationship. I'm like, oh, this is frivolous. It's not intricate. It's
I cannot
not
believe
specific.
that's happening out there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've
What's
been married
happening
for
in
9
there?
years.
Okay, I'm like, what's happening
No,
over there?
I've been married for 9 years.
Okay, yeah,
yes.
no, men are different. They quit on you quickly, very quickly. And I'm not saying anybody did that to me specifically.
Right.
I'm just saying I can feel the temperature change for the most frivolous things. Like, oh, okay, you held something in and that made you upset. And
Right.
instead of talking to me about it like a human,
Yes.
you just quit. So it's just like, whatever, until I have something permanent,
Yeah.
or something that feels like, even if this person isn't my person as in partnership, this is somebody that is going to be in my life and that loves me and respects me and that we can mutually show up for, even if that's a friend.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't post my private life. I don't post who I'm dating anymore. I'm not interested.
Do you think men see you for Cristina Mackey, the persona, versus the person?
Yeah, I think the last person that I was dating, I don't think I was his type at all. I think that he dated me because I was the cool girl in the
Right.
gym. Honestly, I think I was the cool girl in the gym, and they were like, "Oh, she just broke up with so and so," and like, she's super popular and bro, she likes you, like date her. And it's like guys are like, you're stupid, she wants to date you. And so he dated me, but I don't think he was ever like mentally there.
Right.
You know, because I'm trying to turn you up and you're doing nothing. So I'm like, I can really get your social media lit right now. And you can make a lot of money, but you're doing everything else. So it's like, okay, cool. I'm not going to convince you to be my boyfriend, you know? But yeah, I did. I liked somebody who I was like, oh, and we actually talked for a long time, but it was just like, I'm not your type. I can tell you're not like there, you know?
The frequency wasn't matching.
No. And the aura was just like not, if you don't want to elevate, what are we doing?
Right.
You know? So
A lot of NPCs out there.
yeah. Oh my God. You worded that good.
A lot.
That's exactly how I feel. Like, are you on right now? Anybody home? So,
But they gotta exist.
yeah.
So we can see the difference.
Yeah. Exactly.
They have to.
Exactly. No, I love that.
Yeah, they have to exist.
Yeah. And they do. They're just sheep, honestly. Respectfully.
Yeah.
But they're sheep.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't post my relationships. I'm not interested in doing that anymore. I think I did it, and I did it very loudly, and I was so proud of it.
Yeah.
And I think that was fucking embarrassing. So there's that.
I'm glad you could laugh about it though.
No, I can.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it either. I don't regret it because I think that was me being genuine. No matter what anyone said, like, I'm really proud of my partner. Like, when I'm with you,
Yeah.
I want to scream it from the rooftop. And the girls are like, hey, I'd be a little more quiet if I was you, because they swapped their women out. And I'm like, oh, whoa. Like, I'm what they're doing now, and this feels great. It feels happy, and I want to share that.
Yeah.
So I could definitely laugh about it because I'm not embarrassed. That's the thing. It's embarrassing,
Right.
but I'm not embarrassed because you live and you learn, and that's where failure comes in. Did I adjust? Did I fall off? Did I crawl under a hole?
Do they consider you an independent woman?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, yeah. I think so. I think that could be problematic too, but
I think it's so dumb how some men aren't able to see through that,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Or even just like if you're intimidated by it, actually erase. If you find that problematic, then why wouldn't you just find where you fit into that? Or like,
Right.
hey, I realize you're hyper independent. I want to help you out. I've never heard a man say that, actually, ever. So it's just like, imagine if men had that mindset, like, okay, she's hyper independent, but I like her and I want to build with her. So what can we do to adjust? And I just don't feel like that's ever a conversation. Like, how can we adjust? I'm noticing you're this way and it's making me feel this way. So how
Right.
can we adjust? You know, that's never the conversation. It's always like, oh, she's too much. I'll go take less. Okay. Well,
Too much not understanding how big of a compliment that can be to you and to your life in so many ways.
100%. 100%. Yeah, because it's never going to be, I'm too much and like, I want it by myself. It's always like, I'm too much and I can help you with yours.
Right.
Because I always say this and people always laugh at me on the internet, but when I come into my person's life, I literally am like, okay, what do you have planned this week? And how can I lighten that load? Not because I don't have my own shit to do, but because
Right.
I'm organized. I have my things on autopilot right now. I'm not saying always, but right now things feel autopilot, which feels good. And like, I like to be resourceful. So it's like, why wouldn't I want to come into a person's life who I really like and be resourceful? So, I don't know. People always laugh at me for like, you're not their assistant. Don't do wifey stuff for a man. You're not. I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. I have this conversation every day. It doesn't make any sense. Why
agree.
wouldn't I want to do that? Why wouldn't I want to drive the car? Like,
Right.
you know? So I don't know. But some people do find that intimidating, and I understand that. But those just aren't my people.
It's fucking dumb.
Yeah, I agree. Couldn't put it better myself.
Why would you want a woman by your side that is not going to give you opinions, or it's going to be a doll that's not going to be a partner,
Yeah.
right? Have insights, have opinions, have knowledge, have your back.
Yeah. I totally agree. I couldn't agree more. It
That
doesn't
makes
make
no
sense.
sense. No, it doesn't
makes
make
no
sense.
sense. Yeah, no. I don't wrap my head around it because I just always remember, like, if I'm sensing that aura, that's not a color I resonate with.
Right.
So I just don't wear that color, you know? Oh, well, it's okay.
Okay, let's go into fitness a little bit.
Let's do it.
Where did that passion come from?
One of my first jobs was 24-hour fitness. I worked in a smoothie bar, and I had a free membership, obviously.
Yep.
So I could go to the gym as much as I wanted. And I think I started that job when I was 15.
Okay.
And I lied on my resume. I said I was 18.
That's what's up. Didn't even
Yeah.
check?
No.
That's awesome.
Not back in that day. Like, you could just say it, and then, like, if you just...
This was in Denver.
In Denver. Yeah, in Aurora. Specifically Centennial. But, yeah, so I started working out when I was about 15. Sometimes my mother would bring me to the gym with her when she would go. And then I just was like, the better I look, the more attention I get. Just gonna be honest, that's where it came from.
100%.
That is exactly. When I would go to school and people would be like, yo, your abs are crazy. And they're like, I'm going to the gym. They're going to so-and-so's house. So my mom would be like, I'm going to the sauna tonight. You going? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to go upstairs and do some abs. And I just was honestly probably doing, now that I look back, everything wrong. But it
Really?
doesn't, yeah, like honestly, you just, you know, your back's curved instead of sitting up straight, or something that could really change your posture now as an adult,
Right.
which I have noticed. Like it does, my traps are overactive probably because of how I was working out back then instead of whatever. So long story short, my passion came from my first job, and I was working out very young, and I posted a photo on, I want to say MySpace or Facebook, and that's when I became,
MySpace.
yeah, that's when I became popular. I was like very, very popular on the internet. I had a lot of followers, always. Yeah, and I got my butt whooped for having a MySpace when my mom found out.
Really?
Because she was like, you're so fast and da-da-da, you're not supposed to be on MySpace. But I had posted, I had a big shirt on, and I pulled it up and like showed my abs, and the photo went crazy. And they were like, people would come up to my mom and be like, are you Cristina Mackey's mom? Are you Cristina Mackey's mom?
Wow.
And that's when my mom found out, and it just kind of spiraled. So
Like, how do you know?
how do you know? Yeah. So when Instagram came, I think it was Facebook next, obviously. But then
Yeah.
when Instagram came, I had probably 100,000 followers in no time.
Wow.
And I'm still in high school. So they were like, yo, she's famous from a very young age.
How'd that feel?
Incredible. Honestly, incredible, because I was so popular, but I didn't have friends. But everybody knew who I was. Like everybody, I would go to games and people were like, Christina, like they'd yell my name. They never wanted anything, or they didn't want to take pictures. They'd be like, Christina. And I'd be like, who the fuck said that? Like, you know, so it felt cool because I was very popular.
Right.
And then I had 2 brothers, so that was cool too, because like nobody really like messed with me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How they feel about that?
I've never asked. I've honestly never asked. I think they've always known though, because my brothers obviously are boys, so
Yeah.
their friends are like, yo, your sister's hot. And he's like, bro, I'll beat your ass right now. So stuff like that. But fitness just kind of immediately got me attention. And I realized that they respect you more. I don't know. And maybe it wasn't respect. Maybe it was just like, she's hot. I don't know. But it worked.
Could be both.
And so I resonated with that. And I was like, okay, now how can I flip it and reverse it and make it mine? Like, you know, so we started Mackey Body very young. Like that company came about, I think, when I was 16.
Wow.
But we just didn't take action.
Right.
It was a meeting. My mom and my uncle, my uncle's a doctor. We were sitting at a table. He put some turkey bacon in the oven. That was the first time I ever had turkey bacon in the oven, side note. And he was like, I want to talk to you about starting a company. And my mom, and they're just sitting there, and I'm like, what are we talking about right now? Like, can I go do something?
He saw the vision, your uncle.
Immediately. And he was like, Mackey Body. And he's like, the logo is just your body. It ended up being MB. You know, you grow, you develop. But
Yeah.
he was like, this is a thing. And like, I don't think you realize how much of an influence you are when it comes to your body.
Wow.
I'm talking 16. Like,
Yeah.
And I was in college at 16. That's another thing.
Wow.
I graduated high school early. I graduated as a junior.
Pretty and smart.
Thank you. I had a 2.2 GPA though when I graduated high school, very bad. And it wasn't because I wasn't smart, it was because I was skipping school, and that affected your grades.
Of course.
At the time.
Yeah.
I had graduated with I think 122 unexcused absences. So my mom called the dean and was like, she was sick. She lied. She's been sick. And so he excused it, but it was never because I wasn't going to school because I didn't want to. It was because I wasn't going to school because it was so childish. Like, when boys liked you, they would gleek on you. And like, I wanted to fight them. I'm like, oh, you're so stupid. Like, just tell me you like me. Like, you know, I'm just telling you, there's something
different.
Yeah. It's like, it's almost like I know that I'm a little bit neurodivergent. Like, I look at things and I'm like, that's really stupid. Like, there's only one way to do that the correct way. But other people don't think like that.
Right.
So I realized that there's something different.
Or they don't care to, which is the other problem.
Yeah. Or they know and they're like specifically doing the opposite of that because someone else. Have you ever encountered somebody who did exactly what they weren't supposed to do just because they knew what they were supposed to do?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
100%.
And I'm just like, just because I told you the right way.
Rebels for no reason.
Yeah, for no reason. And that was kind of what I grew up around. So I don't know. I'm a little bit neurodivergent for sure. A little, whatever. But to answer the question, I'm very long-winded.
No, you're fine.
But to answer the question, I don't know. I just fell in love with fitness because of the attention. So and them helping me with that company idea, it just spiraled into something great.
Going back to discipline.
Yeah.
I've been watching your progress of every single day you sculpting your abs. It's been how long now?
Honestly, maybe 3 years.
Wow.
Not every day 3 years.
Okay.
But the journey of that paddle,
Yeah.
about 3 years. Yeah.
How did that come to be?
A friend of mine, Kayla, she was staying with me for a few weeks, and she had some wood therapy products, and I just, as soon as she walked in my house, I was like, give me 30 minutes. And I went on Wix and I Googled if the name was taken and and I just reached out to some companies via Alibaba. And that was how the first paddle came. Every single paddle, so embarrassing, you guys, but the first paddle that ever released under my name, I burned the logo on the paddle in my kitchen.
Why is that embarrassing?
Because the burns look burnt.
But it's original. It's authentic.
Original. I Googled a company that made like the horse brandings.
Yes.
So I had them make one called Mackey
So
Body.
creative.
I expedited it and I would sit it on the gas stove.
Would use a fucking blowtorch?
I've used a blowtorch. Absolutely. When I didn't have a gas stove anymore, I asked my mother to buy me a blowtorch.
Wow.
I burned the blowtorch and I would just do it in like 10 some of them I would ship anyway, but they were so burnt. But the paddle works.
It's original.
Right. That's the vibe. Burnt.
If you have one of those paddles,
I do.
You have something very special. No, I mean, whoever bought it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the first ever paddle that I ever released. And now we have a company we work with that it's beautiful. It's glazed. It's gorgeous. It's small. It's perfect. But the first one's like you could get a splinter, low key. So yeah, that's it. It's been about 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I feel like sculpting, it's something that like, once I saw it, it made sense.
Yeah.
But like, I would never have thought of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
which is how I know you have a high IQ, because if you ever read the comments, it's so stupid. They're like, this is so dumb. How could people fall for this? She's a total idiot. I'm like, first of all,
it totally makes sense.
I didn't create
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
lymphatic drainage.
Right.
Your body has a system of you have a lymphatic system. A lot of people don't even know what that means.
Yes, right.
you have a lymphatic system and your body has to drain that.
Yes.
So it's like, why would you not think a tool, just as you can use a screwdriver to hang the picture, but it'd probably be quicker if you use a drill.
Right.
I'm like, you don't need the paddle to have abs. And the paddle is not going to give you abs. It's a tool you use when you are on a journey to get abs.
Exactly.
So lymphatic is very important for sculpting, or doing the paddle is very important when you're trying to sculpt, because it's kind of clearing the pathway to rebuild almost. It's like breaking down, and they're like, this can't break down fat. I'm like, that's what that system does. So it's so funny to me, because that's been around since, I want to say, the 1900s. They used to do crazy things to their body because they discovered this lymphatic system. So it's like, I didn't invent this product. I invested in the product and reinvented it to be my own. Right. So we have an extra curve on it and whatever. Like, but it's something that anyone could have done. Multiple girls sell them. I think I kind of really posting the videos every day for 75 days, the first year.
Yeah.
People come up to me, I swear to God, every single day, no matter where I am. And they're like, how's the paddle thing going?
That's awesome.
And I'm just like, yo, it's so funny. But yeah, that's my product.
Have you gotten used to that?
Yeah.
People coming up to you?
Yeah. Like yesterday I went to a concert and the girl backstage with me, she's like, dude, I just got your paddle in the mail. She's like, it's so crazy. I'm seeing you here today. Like, and we actually followed each other and whatever. And then another girl in the gym I met, and I was like, I have a couple in my car. You want one? She's like, you're just gonna give it to me? And I'm like, yeah, like, use it. It works. It really does work. So I should have brought you one.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I should have brought you one. Yeah, no, they're awesome. They're awesome. They actually work. I swear by it. I swear to God, I swear by it.
What do you think about the rumors that Drake had his lipoed and then etched?
It's possible. You know, no disrespect to him.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
What do you think about going that route?
It looks like you went that route when you went that route. So just to make that known to people who don't have abs and they're thinking about going, we know you went and got surgery, because everything else isn't falling in line.
Right.
It's the same thing as a BBL. Your thighs don't match. We can see.
Yes, we can.
And it's like they have blindness to it. So the same thing with your abs. Like,
what is it, body dysmorphia?
Yeah. You know, and not to diagnose anyone, but we can see that this isn't a natural build.
Yeah, that your legs were not made for that butt.
No, and your abs don't develop like that. They just don't. I'm an ab expert in my mind. The only person who has better abs than me in my head is a woman named Robin on Instagram. This woman.
I think I know who that is.
Yes, you have to. If you're in the fitness world, you have to. She's incredible. Robin's abs are like, and she's very disciplined. You talk about discipline, she's disciplined. So in my head, I can immediately, like, okay, you have love handles on the side of your front, but you have abs. That lets me know, yeah, those probably aren't your abs. So it just looks weird, honestly, if that's the case. I'm not saying Drake specifically. I'm saying anyone. I've seen multiple people do it. That one guy, the rapper that went viral and was like, hey, I just got my abs done. We know. Like, it doesn't look like you were in the gym at all. So if that's what you want to do, sure, but it doesn't look good to me.
Are you political? No?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay. Stay away from that.
Yeah. We don't have to stay away from it, but I wouldn't be very informative.
Okay. How do you think politics is affecting the day-to-day within the world?
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay.
I genuinely don't. I couldn't tell you the last political thing I heard. I understand that man just recently got assassinated, rest in peace, but I don't know why. I stay away from all of those things, and they say that you should know those things, but I don't believe I need to know those things right now.
Right.
I genuinely don't. So maybe you can enlighten me?
No, I actually find this to be common.
Okay.
With people who are dedicated and focused on themselves.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
I'm actually with you. I think too many people spend too much time focused on politics and government and all that nonsense, all that noise.
Yeah.
Right? Take that, focus on you, go build you, go do you.
Because what can we do, you and I, right now? People are always like, oh, you could do this, and next month you can vote.
Right.
What can I do right now that would make a difference in that situation that we couldn't have control over unless the whole world,
Right.
unless our whole race, whatever, is about to get up and protest? I'll stand up. Like right now, everybody canceled their Disney. I'll cancel mine too. Sure. I don't know why, but I hear that everyone's doing that and we're being unified.
Right.
I'm down. But I can't tell you that I know what's going on, why it's going on, and there's anything I could do about it. That is not for me to do. I just don't believe that's my mission.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes time, like the Black Lives Matter march and all that, I was a part of all that. I went, I held the signs out, I showed up, because all you can really do is show up when you're not informed on certain things. That situation's obviously different because that's race. Like, and maybe this one is too. Is this about race? This Charlie?
It's more about left versus right.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
I'm neither.
Yeah.
I'm not left or right. I'm just, like I said in the beginning, I'm in my own bubble. And it's not to say those things don't matter. I'm saying there's nothing I can do about it right now but become a better person.
Right.
And as I'm becoming a better person, I'm hoping that I'm making better decisions.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. So.
That's all each of us can do.
Yeah. I'm just showing up and being a good person, and I'm not littering. It's the little things. I swear to God, it's the little things. I don't litter. I try to just do my little part so that the people who can handle those situations have an easier pathway to get there. It's not my war. It's really not. I don't believe in that. I don't believe any of this should be happening, but there's nothing I could do to change it. Like, I'm reading a book called Conversations with God, and one of the theories, Neil Donald Walsh, one of the theories
It's on my list. I haven't gotten to it yet.
It changed who I am entirely.
Really?
Yeah. It changed everything about me. So one of the theories in book 3 is they're like, how do we get all this to stop, all this madness, basically? And they were like, well, expose how much money everybody is making. Expose all the big companies, expose everyone's salary so that anyone can go look it up. And he's like, well, how would that, the author that's talking to God, how would that help the scenario? And he's like, well, if everyone knows how much everyone's making, there will be war for about 6 to 12 weeks or whatever he said. And then it'll start to cool down because now we can regulate how everyone is doing bad. So if you're getting paid $100,000 a week to do this podcast, and I have the same podcast on the same platform, and I'm getting paid $50,000 because I'm a woman, well, there's going to be some conflict there. But what you don't know doesn't hurt you. So in the book, the theory is saying if you know, then it's going to hurt you, and you're going to do something about it. You're going to choose.
You'll be able to see.
Yeah. So it's like until the world is going to get to that point, there's really no solution we could do because they're hiding. There's so many ways to hide money, offshore accounts and this and that, right? I'm rambling, but it all coincides. Like, unless you're going to expose the problem entirely, there's stuff we don't even know. The media is only telling us what the media is telling us. And there's a whole nother underlying curtain that we don't ever get to look behind. Ever. No matter how much you think you're plugged in, there's a curtain. There's a curtain behind the curtain behind the curtain. So you think you know the whole story, you don't. So I try not to just like get too involved in things I know I can't make a difference in.
Right.
I can make a difference in my mother's life right now if I just stay locked in and I give her the money and I buy her a house. I can make a difference in my brother and my nieces and nephew by locking in and just focusing on me. I think everybody needs to focus on me.
Right.
Me, you, you know? If we all focus on that, we can clear the air for the people who can do something about the thing, you know? So it sucks. It does. Because I do want to be an icon in a sense of like changing the world and moving mountains.
Okay.
But I can't do that if I don't have my own system. I'm in the process of developing my system.
And I think you can do that in your own way.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Mm-hmm. A song, a product, a fashion line can change the world.
Yeah. And just even like Ben from Ben and Jerry's, or was it Jerry? One of the two walked away from the company just because of unethical practices. They were like, one thing about it is when we sell this company to a bigger company, we have to still support gay rights. We have to support just human rights.
Right.
And that's something we're not nudging on. And when they saw that the brand began to change that, he was like, I can no longer be a part of this. So I saw a video of him being like, I have to walk away from a company I built all those years ago in the 70s, I think.
Yeah. Because the values changed.
Yeah, the values have changed, and I refuse to stand by that. So I think things like that are important lessons for me. I always say, what can I take away from this? I don't have to be a part of, if for some reason in the future, Mackey Body becomes a company where I have to sell it and now my morals are being challenged or my values are being up for debate.
That happens a lot.
It does. And you sell your company and you think that, you have to stand by it. No. And my ex was like, hey, let me get a piece of Mackey Body and we'll take it to the next level. And I was like, you don't even represent what Mackey Body is. Why at all? Why would I, just because you have money, you want me to give you a piece of my company? No way. And I promise to God, I think that's where our problems began too. It's because I was like, no, you don't have a body that people need to mimic, And that's happened multiple times where people are like, oh, let me be a part of this. And I'm like, no, I'll wait. My money's going to come.
Just trying to eat off your plate.
Yeah. And even not that, like maybe they could take it to the next level. But what does that mean for me? Just because it's like marrying the first guy that proposes. Bad idea. I don't know. That's not always true. I take that back. But it's like you don't.
I think you always have exceptions, right, to the rule.
Yes, always. You know when it's right. But also, if you have an inkling of hesitation, I believe you ignoring that is you learning not to trust your body. And one thing about it, I trust my body. So the minute you said, give me a portion of Mackey Body, and I'll give you back success. The funny thing was success was never off the table for me.
Right.
It just might not be immediate, and that sucks because I could have took the escalator. But by taking the stairs, I know what's on every floor. Every floor. And when I get to the top, I earned it, I deserved it, and it's mine. So,
I mean, look, I also think it's all perspective, right?
Yeah.
Because you have success.
Yeah.
You are very successful.
Thank you.
I know that entrepreneurs, especially Virgo entrepreneurs, always want more, right? We always want more.
100%.
It's always what's next? What can I do better? How much bigger can I be?
Yeah.
But you are really successful.
Thank you.
What do you do to smell the roses? What do you do to take in what you've accomplished?
I think I'm in a point where I don't do that. Honestly.
Why?
Because I have a lot of work to do. So I don't think that I'm just like, I'll always, I don't even indulge. Like, I think when I was younger, I'll say between 20 to 25, I think I indulged in things that I really, really wanted. Like, oh, I really wanted this, I really wanted that. But recently, I just bought myself a new iMac. That's a $2,300 purchase. And I'm like, did I really need a new computer? So it's like, but even that was, okay, I'm indulging, but that's gonna make my studio even better,
Right.
So I don't think that I sit and smell the roses. I don't think that's for me to do, I don't.
That's a tax write-off too.
Yeah.
So it's not even like a purchase that you made.
Yeah, I thought about that as soon as I did. I was like, oh, man. But it was a need.
Right.
I just, I don't think I'm at a point where I smell the roses. I don't think that's for me to do. I think every day I'm just really grateful to be alive and to be pursuing my dream. And I think I have so many people relying on me and they don't even know it. That's the scary part. Like my nephews and nieces don't even know what a generational curse is. But I need for this proof and these podcasts and these interviews and all this to just be motivation for them that they can do it too. So I don't think that it stops. I don't think it slows down for me. I think I'll maybe have 2 days where I'm like just in bed. Like that's my smelling the roses. I get to just recharge, sleep. But a lot of people are relying on me and I don't even think if you ask them, they'd be like, what? No, what's she talking about? But it's like breaking curses and like just stopping the chain. You don't even realize there is one. Some people are so blind to it that I'm just trying my best to just keep going. Honestly, I want to be great for generations to come. I want my nieces' kids to be well off, really well. And just like be able to be in, we didn't get a chance to be in volleyball and be in basketball. My mom just honestly couldn't afford it. And when she could, it wasn't consistent, Right. So it's like, okay, we need $1,200 every 2 months for this. And she's like, what the hell is that? Why are they charging $1,200 for uniforms? you know? So it's like, it's not an option. So long story short, I don't stop to smell the roses, but I know they're there, and I'm just grateful every day, honestly. I'm just taking care of myself. I think going to the gym is my roses. Running, you know, these new things that I found that I love, those are my roses. Just being healthy is my rose. Smells good.
What would you say are your values and your non-negotiables?
Health. That's a value to me. I know some people wouldn't say that, but 100%. And that's also a non-negotiable, because when you feel good, you do good.
Yeah.
And when you look good, you do good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a non-negotiable. I don't understand people who don't make time for the gym. So I just, that's priority one for me. And then honestly, respect and self-respect. If it's anything that's compromising how I feel or making me uncomfortable, I just can't do it. I can't. I've been offered great things, and I'm just like, I can't do this. It doesn't make sense for my brand to go on a podcast where you guys joke about, like, it just doesn't make sense.
Right.
If I said that, finish that sentence, it would be a direct indication of the podcast, but.
You don't have to finish it. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's just self-respect,
Right.
wellness. And it's sad, but I said this on another, I don't remember who asked me this, but also family is just not a negotiable for me. Mm-hmm. And when I say that, I mean, like, even they can get ignored right now. Like, I love you guys so much, but like, I'm really, really, really trying to be healthy. And so sometimes you really have to cut off the people that, like, suck your blood a little bit, you know? And it's like, I know none of them are doing it intentionally.
Energy vampires.
Yeah. And it's just like, I'm trying to tell you I have boundaries, and I'm trying to say this is making me uncomfortable, but it's turning into an argument.
Right. It's because they don't have any boundaries, so they don't get it.
And I'm just like, I want to talk to you every day. I want to be your best friend, but like, I can't be the only one sitting over here doing self-work.
Right.
And then
It's a two-way.
It's a two-way thing, you know? So it's funny to mention that. I was talking to one of my family members, and I was just like, what do I do if, you know, this child is being raised this way and I have something to say about it, but I'm not their parent? And she said, well, you just be there. You have to just support them. And I'm like, I don't support that though. So it's like, I'm trying to find balance. This is why I'm in therapy, because I'm trying to find balance in overstepping my boundaries while still holding up to my values and believing that, like, this is a little girl, she needs to be raised a certain way. But it's like, that's also not your kid. So you don't get to make that judgment.
My wife does not play that.
Yeah, I love that.
We were at a kid's birthday party.
Yeah.
And this one little girl was misbehaving.
Yeah.
And my wife called her out 3 times and was firm about it. Mm-hmm. And everyone respected her for it.
I love, even the mom?
Yes.
Or dad?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yes.
I love that. I love that. But it's not the same. It's like, it's my kid. I'm going to raise her how I want to.
No.
And I'm like, I'm not telling her this to go against anything you're saying. I'm telling her this because if you don't nip this in the bud now.
It's going to be a huge problem in the future.
Yeah. And but it's like, in the same breath, same thing I talked to my therapist about. It's not my fight. It's not my fight.
Yes.
And it's like, I can show up only how you allow me to show up. If you don't allow me to discipline your child, I can't do that. So it's just hard because it's like, I'm trying to be the best version of myself, and I'm trying to bring everybody there with me.
Yeah.
But I can't do the work for you.
No.
I cannot help you learn the lessons, and I can't tell you everything I talk to my therapist about.
Right.
Go get a therapist.
Exactly.
You know? So I'm just, those are my values. My values are, honestly, I got to stay centered. I got to stay centered, and I got to cut off people who don't understand that I'm really trying to be good. I'm not trying to do anything bad at all. I don't want to break any laws. I don't want to go against the grain. I'm not trying to blend in either, and I'm not anybody's yes man. So I got to genuinely just be myself, you know, self-respect.
What does God mean to you?
Everything. Everything. God is in this book that you should really read. It's a 3-part book, Conversations with God. It taught me who God is, and I'm not going to say it because it's like, you know.
Right.
But it taught me who God is And what's God's mission?
Let me ask you a question. What did you think God was previously?
I thought that God was something that lived and died, and that's something we respected.
Okay. Got it. I see. Okay. That makes sense.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
And I think that's what people are walking around thinking.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
And I thought it. So I'm sure somebody had the same idea as me. There's no way in this world that I'm the only one that had that idea.
Right.
So it's like, I thought that God was something that lived, died, and that we honored. That's not what God is. God is here, now, inside of you. And when you
Always.
realize that, you realize that the whole language of everything we do is love. That's it.
Yep.
And the minute that love is missing in the thing is where conflict occurs.
Mm-hmm.
So God is everything to me because it's just really making good decisions and it's trying your best because you're going to fail. You're going to mess up. I use fail in terms they're using, not in our terms, but you're going to mess up. And so when you mess up, it's just really what you do with it. But the God in you knows to keep going. And that's why it's everything, because you just have to keep going, honestly. And he's everywhere all at once doing life with everybody. And I think that's the best description of it was it was like chapter 10 or something. It was, if you take all the colors in a crayon box, those are all the humans, and you melt it, the color becomes white or black, whatever. But that is what God is. He is a fraction of all of us at the same time. He lives in you, and the same abilities that Obama had to get to become Obama, the first black president. That's my phone, I'm sorry.
No worries.
I have alarms for everything.
Do you?
Yeah. So that's probably a repost something alarm.
Okay.
But anyways, so it's all the colors in the book or in the crayon box, and they're melted, and that's what simultaneously happening. So people are like, God knows everything all at once, and he's the answer of all, and that's all true. But how does he know? Because he's living a million gazillion different lives at once.
Yes.
He's living in North Korea with dictatorship while he's still here living with us, and he's learning. He lived with Hitler. He lived with this. He lived with all these people. And that's why I don't believe in heaven or hell, because this is hell, where we are, and it also is heaven. It's what you decide to wake up and do with your life.
I agree 100%.
Yes. So it's not this place that you go and you're doomed forever. Like, what God do you know?
On earth as it is in heaven.
Yeah. But like, what God do you know that would like send you to a place to burn for all of eternity? What punishment is like, what is that?
Right.
That doesn't even...
What's the reason? What's the purpose of that?
What is the purpose of that? And why would you think you had a God so evil to do that? I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the devil. I believe that hell is when you're unaware of love, and then you're making decisions out of anger. That's the absence of love. So then God is the presence of love. That's it. And anything that I honor or that I look at in the sky that it's this beautiful God-like thing, it's not lacking love. So why would he send me to hell for making an accidental mistake? We make mistakes on purpose as well.
For sure, yeah.
But we do that out of ignorance.
Learn.
We need to learn. So you're telling me now God's mad at me for learning? Doesn't make sense. So I think this is heaven. I think this is hell. And I think I am God. I am of God. I think you are too. I think everyone is.
Yeah.
It's not just me. It's not Kanye's crazy. No, he knows he has a God in him. He knows that he's capable of all things beautiful. I think that's what God is.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's really beautiful. And I agree with that 100%.
Thank you.
I think that that explanation includes everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
100%. Even the worst people in the world. And they're like, wow, you believe that God, there was a piece of Hitler in God? Yes. Or there was a piece of God in Hitler? Yes.
Yeah.
Because it was the absence of love. If we would have all stood up against him in that same moment together, it wouldn't have existed, but we didn't know. We didn't know what unity looked like. We didn't know what our power together meant. So that's why something like Hitler had to happen, unfortunately, because we didn't know. We didn't know that if we all stood up right now and said we are no longer paying rent or whatever the case may be, none of us had to do it. We all just canceled our Disney subscription to dumb it down. And they lost $3.3 billion in 4 days, allegedly. This is not a fact. This is allegedly. Don't sue me. Allegedly. That's what I read. So that shows you our power together. That is not something we would have known so significantly without the internet, without massive events like that like cause such damage to our society. That's the absence of love. We only allow things to happen when there's not love in the presence.
Do you think there'll be a time when humanity are going to put the guns down?
No, not in our life.
No.
No way. No way. That's a
Baked in? It's part of the human process, you think?
no, I think it's something we created. I don't think that was ever supposed to be in the cards. I think there's there's a reaction for every action. And I think this is all a reaction to previous actions that we didn't stand up and take action against. I think we allowed so much fugazi things to happen that these are our punishments now.
It's kept sweeping it under the rug.
And it's going to keep trickling. It's a domino effect. It's going to keep happening until somebody jumps out of line and stops the next domino from falling. That's the absence of love. Like the minute that you stop doing that, it will stop happening. But it's like half of us can't stop it and then the other half can't. We have to be, united in that sense. And we're just not. We're not on the same page. That's why I say it doesn't make sense for me to go out of my way to like fight politics right now. Like that's not a platform that I even have. That's not what people are here to hear. They're here to get their self-motivation so we can it starts with you. And I think that's my job. I don't think my job is bigger than it is. My job right now in this phase of my life is just to remind people how powerful you are. That's it. I can't tell you how to, do what with your power, but remember who you are. That's, my job.
It's powerful. And I think you do that well. I think you will continue to do that because you're choosing to. You're putting discipline, energy, and emphasis on it.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no way that's not going to work.
Right. I 100% agree. It would only not work when I stop.
Right.
And I've seen myself stop and I've seen it stop working. And then I get right back on it and it's almost like it picks right back up where I left. So if you would have never stopped, imagine where you would be. So I keep learning the same lesson over and over again. If I keep stopping, I have to keep starting over.
Yes.
Jump out, jump out the box.
It's kind of like you missed the gym for 2 weeks. Got to go through that pain again.
Yes. And that's what I was just going through. I just got back right. Literally, I made a video yesterday. I just got back right. And it was September 1st. I did my first dance rehearsal. And
happy belated, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. September 5th, day after Beyonce. September 1st, I did my first dance rehearsal and I looked very puffy. I had a crop top on and I'm watching the video back. I'm like, wow. And then a lot of women were like, oh, you could have been on your cycle or this. I'm like, no, this was a distinct me not on my job for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I can visibly see the difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like you got to go through the pain of starting back over. But if you would have never stopped, think about where you would be. And that's my motivation. Because every time I stop, I'm like, damn it. I was at 25 million a couple days ago. I went down to 23 million right now. And I'm like, that's because you stopped. right? But sometimes you do need to stop. You
Need a break.
Yeah, you need a break. That day I was like, no. I said no very clearly, and I listened to myself and believed it.
Are you round the clock routine based? Like
No.
your alarm was going off. Is that like, do you like check that all day?
Those are consistent. So I know to repost something at 1 o'clock.
Got it.
I know that my post needs to have been made by 5 o'clock. So if that 5 o'clock alarm goes off, I know I didn't post today. Or it's gonna go off either way, but it's a reminder to like, hey, did you post? So no, I might post one day, I might post 10 a.m., 6 a.m., you know. Sometimes they're scheduled, so I'm like, oh, I can ignore that alarm today. I scheduled 2 for yesterday. So no, I'm not very consistent. Even with the YouTube thing, I post every Monday, but it's between 1 and 5. So at some point today, you're gonna get an episode, so that my followers kind of know by 8 o'clock, it's definitely up.
Right.
So.
You just turned 30, right?
No.
No?
Hell no. No. Oh,
21, excuse me.
Yes. 22. Keep it cute.
You look 21.
Oh my God. Leo.
You do.
Leo.
You do.
Thank you.
You
That's
take
so sweet.
you do.
Thank you.
You have a very symmetrical face.
Leo.
You ever heard that before?
No.
Seriously?
What is your sign?
Aquarius. Your
God.
eyes, your nose, your cheekbone, it's very perfectly aligned.
Thank you. You are boosting my ego.
Good.
I'm leaving out here with
I think
full
you
bag.
need it.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Where do you see yourself next 5, 10 years? Where do you want to be?
Thank you for asking that. My car's name is Billionaire. My iCloud is Billionaire. My nickname for my close friends is Billy.
Okay.
So that's where I'm going. I can't help it. I just set alarm. Do you guys set alarms? No? Never?
Sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's where I'm going. I'm going to be a resource for everyone in my circle, not just my family. Because
Right.
I've realized that my family is the people that are pulling strings for me, like one shot. You know, like these people are showing up for me when I'm not necessarily showing up for myself. They're sending me reminders like, hey, we got to shoot this week, or we got to, you know, my team, my producer, Manny, like
Keeping you on track.
I'm going to be a full resource for those people in any way that they need. I want to be somebody that you can rely on 100%. And I want to be closer with God and the God in me. I want to have my PhD.
Okay.
So I want 4 degrees. I have 2 right now. I want total of 4.
Wow. Excuse me.
Yeah. So I'm on the edge right now.
Why do you want 4 degrees?
Because I'm tired of being discredited, honestly. And maybe then even still they'll discredit me. But I just want to prove how disciplined I am. Honestly, I really love to prove. Like, I always know I love to reference Beyonce, but she always says, I have nothing left to prove. I have everything to prove. Everything. And I want to prove I can do it all. I want to prove that I have the discipline to go into class, do my homework. I had a 4.0 when I graduated.
That's
I graduated
awesome.
with honors.
That's
I got
incredible.
a gold tassel, and I didn't even know. Swear to God on my grandfather's soul, I didn't even know.
Wow.
When I got in line to get my cap and gown, they gave me a gold tassel. And I was like, where's the red tassel? She's like, you're graduating with honors. Get in that line. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, bye guys. I'm going over here. And they're like, what are you doing? I'm getting honors. They're like, what? It's on video.
That's
So,
incredible.
It makes me feel good to achieve these things. It's called
100%, as you should be.
Yeah, it's called worldly success, but it feels more than that to me. Honestly, it feels like I'm an example for discipline. Like if there was a picture that could be next to somebody in the dictionary, I would want that to be me. That's the word I want people to resonate with Christina is discipline and
That's awesome.
dedication. So I just, in 5 years, I'm going to be the resource. What about you?
It's incredible.
Thank you. What about you?
Similar. I think in 5 years, I want this podcast to be top 5 in America. I want to be the
you want it to be, or it's going
It's
to
going
be?
to be.
Okay.
It's going to be.
And so
I want it to be now. It's going to be in 5 years.
Yes.
Do you know how, if you have a new product or a new book, right, you do your podcast rounds?
Yes.
I want to be one of those podcasts.
This is a requirement.
A requirement.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I want to have 10 million per month listeners. And I want to have a really kick-ass marketing agency.
Change your language.
I am going to have a really kick-ass marketing agency.
Yeah.
Which I do now, but it's
Yeah.
going to expand, and it's going to be something that I can be really, really proud of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for that.
Thank you.
Because it's going to happen.
100% for both of us.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to come back because I definitely want to come back. And I want
Please.
to revisit this. And it could be 5 years to the date.
Yes.
We can put that on the calendar now.
Or we can look back and be like, we said what and we did what? Set the alarm.
alarm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so.
Good call.
And then also, I'm releasing a book in January is my plan. It's called Gym Over Him.
Jim over him.
Yeah.
I like that name.
Thank you. So it's a book about choosing yourself. Everything we've
Yes.
spoken about. It's not devaluing a man. It's saying you're not ready for the kind of man that you want. And so in order to get there, you're going to have to lock in with you. There's not anything in this book that makes men feel small. In fact, the men can read the book too. It's just a book to really challenge women to take a look in the mirror.
Right.
And so I would love to come back even in the next year.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah. Sounds
100%.
good. Because I would love to help make that possible for you
Please.
in just growing this platform.
Thank you so much.
I would also love
And
to
I want a copy
collab-
of your book.
I would love that.
Please,
And
yes.
I'd also love to sign it.
Oh, please, yes.
And I would also love to collaborate on all of our posting.
That would be
So,
incredible.
Yeah.
I would love that.
No, I definitely want to, because I believe in anyone that believes in their self and as confident as you can speak about yourself. I want to be a part of that because that's success to me.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you so much.
yeah.
Christina, you're incredible.
Thank you. You are too.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for taking your time and coming here and sharing your story and really being a voice for a sector of women who need that voice.
Yeah.
So thank you for standing up. Thank you for leading. Thank you for breaking generational curses. Thank you for standing up for yourself and showing other women that it's okay to put you first.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I receive it, and thank you for switching seats with me
You're
so I
very
can get
welcome.
my good angle. Thank you for giving us a platform to have a healthy and beautiful conversation. Thank you for respecting my boundaries and for implementing yours and just giving us all a place to grow and be better. So this place is beautiful. I know they can't see it, but this place is really beautiful, and I acknowledge your work, and I'm excited to be a part of the growth.
Thank you very much, Christina.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Look at that camera. Let everybody know where they can find you
Okay.
and whatever you want to share, your product, your services.
Hello, you guys. Hello, you guys.
Whatever
Is this a clip in?
Whatever, yes.
Okay. What's up, you guys? So I just finished the Out of the System podcast. It was incredible. My name is Christina. You can follow me on all platforms except Snapchat. My name is Mackalot. But every other platform, it's just Cristina Mackey. And I'm excited to meet you and grow with you. So thank you.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Christina, thank you so much.
I'm so grateful.
God bless you.
No, God bless you too. Thank you.
Guys, if that wasn't a special podcast, you weren't watching. Christina is someone who has dedicated herself to her values, her body, and to God. And she's an example that when you dedicate yourself to a mission, to whatever you want to put your mind to, anything's possible. Please go follow her. Please buy her book in January. Please buy her sculpting tool. What's it called?
Mackey Body Paddle.
Mackey, I'm sorry?
Mackey Body Paddle.
Mackey Body Paddle.
Yes.
Go get one. I'm going to go get one.
Yes, I'll bring you one.
Thank you.
It's MACKEYBODY.com.
Like, follow, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time.